What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So pretty much I just wanted to come on here real quick and ask you guys for a huge favor. If you guys can please like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and honestly just share the video at the end of the day. It'll help me grow the channel, and it'll also help me out with the whole algorithm that YouTube has going on. Hopefully you guys like the content that I did provide today, because we got some goodies in for the car, and honestly I think I made some good progress on it also. We're still waiting for a couple of stuff, but at the end of the day, let me go ahead and quit jibber-jabbering and talking, and let's just get to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and once again guys, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys at the end of the video.
Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. Oh, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So pretty much today's Sunday. Pretty much I'm gonna end up going to a Cars and Coffee. I figured I'd take you guys along with me for a little bit, and then hopefully we can get back and start working on the all-wheel drive EK Sedan. There's some stuff that came in over the weekend, or yesterday and today. Should be arriving with more parts, but we'll get to this car pretty much a little bit later. But for right now, we're gonna take the Integra, and we're just gonna go ahead to the Cars and Coffee. I watched both cars yesterday. I'm thinking I was probably gonna take the Domani, but at the end of the day, I decided to just go ahead and take the Integra. So let's just pretty much close up the garage and head up to Baldwin Park and just go to the Cars and Coffee with a bunch of homies.
Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be?
Sedan. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So pretty much, honestly, I ended up going to the Cars and Coffee in Baldwin Park, I believe it was. A friend of mine throws it. He also goes by the name of Daniel or Monstro. He throws the Cars and Coffee meet. It's about our lifestyle meet. So basically I just went to attend it because he had some parts I needed to pick up, and that was the main purpose for really going over there. I didn't really go over there for the car show and stuff like that. I figured since I was there I was probably going to record a little bit, but unfortunately I didn't really record. I got too busy talking with a lot of people in regards to the build, started asking me a lot of questions, and honestly I just really slipped my mind of recording a lot of cars. I did record a little bit of it, not too many of them, and honestly it was just like a little preview, I guess you can say. But we did pretty much pick up some parts that I needed, and those parts was actually the AC compressor and also a timing chain cover, because I need to get that sent to powder coat so that we can receive it back. So when it's time to do the Type S oil pump conversion, we can get rid of this silver one and pretty much have it pretty much just set, so we can do the whole A2 oil pump conversion to this car. Because either way we are going to be swapping out the oil pump and the oil pan and everything, because the Z3 actually hangs a lot lower than the A2. As you can see, it hangs pretty low. We still got to chop off these brackets, which I'll get to this week, and then I also ended up picking up the bracket that he had, which is for the AC compressor. So I picked that up, so hopefully we can get this car rolling as far as the AC system. I wanted to try to get the AC compressor put into its place, and we also did receive new radiator stay brackets, which I'm gonna have to modify in order to get them to fit, or honestly make my own and bend these out, or figure out a solution. But I'm gonna be trying to see what I can do with these and figure out which ones I'm going to be running with. It did come with the bushings and everything else, because I want to try to get this radiator pretty much secured into place already, mounted fully, and that way we have no issues. So I want to try to get the bottom done and then the top one done, and pretty much this is the way it's going to be for now. I'm also going to be installing the AC compressor on this car, so I can start seeing pretty much how much room I'm going to have and what needs to be done, just in case any modifications need to be done. I'm also going to be pulling off the other side fender, the passenger fender on this car, because I'm still waiting for the AC tuck kit to arrive from DC5 Creations. So that's something I'm still waiting on to arrive. Hopefully it arrives this week. I emailed them trying to find out what's going on, and basically try to find out the order number, because when I placed the order on with them, it didn't give me an order number or anything like that. But on his Instagram page, he did post that most of them were shipped out, or all of them were shipped out. So I'm hoping mine was shipped out in the first batch. But at the end of the day, you know, he picks and chooses whichever way it goes in, and some of them were for half-size radiators, some of them were full-size radiators. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm just waiting for it to come up. But right now what I'm gonna do is pretty much clean my garage again, because it's a disaster, and honestly I just cannot work like this. There's a lot of stuff that gets in the way, and honestly it's just a lot of trash and shit that I did not put away. It's laziness on my end, which I gotta try to get out of. But let me go ahead and clean up this garage real quick, and then we'll go ahead and pick up so we can start fixing the radiator and pretty much putting the air compressor, or the AC compressor, back. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm going to show you guys the difference of what and the reason why we needed the Type S AC compressor. So as you guys know, we are putting the AC tuck kit on this, and we are going to have AC. So this right here is from I believe it's an 02 to an 06 or 05 Acura RSX. In Japan, this is actually the Type R one. So this one right here is actually the one that I need. So as you can tell, we have both ports here that hook onto the main lines for the AC system. So on the Z3 one, it's totally different. We have one here and then we have one over here. So the way DC5 Creations makes their kit is that it's exactly like this. So once we bolt it up, both lines will hook up here, and they'll route outwards towards the radiator support, and then they wrap around basically through the center reinforcement brace of the wheel well tub. So this was the Type S one. And then this is the Z3. This one's actually, for some reason, it feels heavier. Maybe even mistaken. It just feels different. It feels a lot heavier. So as you can see, this Z3 one has one on the side of the housing, and then on top of it, on the side of the housing, and then also on the back of the housing, which we cannot use because you cannot route the other kit this way to hook it to the side through under the intake manifold, I guess you could say. So they recommended the other one, and that's the reason why it's made for that kit. So pretty much, let's just go ahead and get this one installed so we can at least have it ready. So that way, hopefully this kit arrives tomorrow. I did speak with DC5 Creations through an email, and they did confirm that it has been shipped out. After looking at the tracking and everything, it shows that it should be delivered tomorrow, but at the end of the day, I'm not keeping my hopes up. But at the end of the day, I am trying to keep it up. So let's just pretty much get that installed, and let's just get it going. So I already installed the bracket. I believe the short ones go here. They are tapered edge. I gotta find one more of the bolts, as I misplaced them when I took it off the original swap. So let me go ahead and just put this on and show you guys that we have good clearance and everything around. I'm gonna be having to make a plug so we can plug it in and pretty much have everything wired directly, like with Deutsch connectors and everything. So let me go and show you guys that now. Alright guys, so pretty much as you guys seen, we installed the AC unit. The AC condenser, it is fully pretty much mocked up. We're missing one bolt, but we'll get to that when we can get to it. Hopefully we can get to that. Hopefully I can find that bolt. If not, I'm gonna have to order it through Honda, which is fine. I'll order pretty much those bolts. If not, I'm gonna order the titanium one, so that way pretty much we can keep the theme going of a lot of the titanium in this car. What I'm gonna be doing now pretty much is bending these brackets out, because these brackets are more of an L shape and I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend them flat, and that way we can pretty much get it to fit inside of this car, so we can mount this radiator correctly, and then that way we can figure out where we need to put another riv nut here so we can secure the radiator in place, and that way it's pretty much set and done already, and that way we know the exact position that it's going to go in. So let me go ahead and bend this up and go ahead and see if we can get this mounted now. So pretty much this is all I did. I just bent it. You know, I know it's warped and everything, it's not straight, but I'm just going to try to make these work for now. I'm gonna see if I can make another ones at school, and that way I can get the dimensions. I just really want to see if this length right here will work once we bolt it up, so that way it gets it away from the core support, and that way it gives the radiator a lower sitting position. So let's go ahead and try it up and see where we can get. All right guys, so pretty much a radiator, it looks like it's gonna work out perfectly fine. Those the radiator stays for the bottom mounts that I purchased online, ones I just bent up, looks like it's actually gonna work out pretty good. So we still have clearance. The radiator still above pretty much the radiator support right here. It's kind of flowing evenly with it, so we have clearance with it and all that. I'm still can bend it up a little bit more, which you guys can pretty much see. I can pretty much bend it up some more, so that we have some more room. The whole objective of it was to bring it down towards this of the radiator, so that I didn't have to chop it and it was away here. But now I can also bring the intercooler a little bit inward, so we don't have to chop off more of the grill when it comes down to the future, because that was my main worry. But radiator is pretty much set in place. Now let's just try to figure out this one right here, which I'm gonna try to get it right here. As you can tell, it's pretty solid. I'm probably just gonna bend it here and see if I can get it to this part. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna be running yet. There's two of them in the kit. There is the original one that usually goes on it, and then there's also this one that you can use. You just got to bend it and make its own bends, and that way it can sit. It's more of a fancier design, but I think pretty much we can make it work if we can just get a little bit of a bend to it. But let's just see what we can do with it. I'm probably gonna go with this one, as it's already pre-bent. This one will work, but we have to bend it so it can have an S shape more to have higher pitch, and that way I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna try to get to it tonight. It's close. It's pretty much getting a little bit darker. I'm gonna end up seeing pretty much if I can just clean up real quick. I gotta go run with my wife. I got a phone call during this whole thing that my brother-in-law was in the hospital, so I'm gonna go ahead and check him out real quick, make sure he's good, and then come back and just probably resume tomorrow, as it's pretty much already gonna be 7 o'clock here. I know there's still daylight and stuff like that outside, but I'm gonna get ready, clean up real quick, and be ready for when my wife gets here, so that way we can go check out her brother and make sure everything's fine with them. So we'll pick up on it when we get back, and we'll just get to it. So catch you guys in a little bit. What's up guys, welcome back. So pretty much I just received a phone call, and we got some powder coat that I need to go pick up from the powder coat spot. I did take some stuff, as you guys know about, that I took it over there. So let's just pretty much head over there and pick it up, so follow along. What's up guys, so I also got this part I gotta drop off, timing chain cover, and so let's just go ahead and get that done, taken care of. What's up guys, so pretty much as you guys just seen right now in that clip, I ended up dropping off the timing chain cover to get repowder coated, or to get it powder coated actually, because it was just raw aluminum. The phone call that I got was actually a mistake. My stuff wasn't ready, only partially ready. So I decided not to pick it up. I decided to pick it up next week, and hopefully that way everything will be done along with the timing chain cover. I would like to get it as soon as possible so that way I can start prepping things, because as you guys know, the bay is pretty much almost done. The only thing we're really waiting for so we can really get started on painting is actually the intercooler piping. But at the end of the day, I can always still make changes with the bay painted and route the piping and plumbing and everything for the intercooler once it's pretty much the bay's painted. So I'm not really worried about that. But hopefully we can start making some progress here. I'm on my way home now to go pick up some parts that actually arrived. And so we'll show you guys what arrived so that we can start doing more mock-up stuff on the turbo kit. Because this is really something crucial that I was really waiting for. And so let's just see where we go to today. What's up, guys? So we're now home. Sorry it took a little bit longer. Let me go ahead and cover this up. You can see my address. But we did receive a package. So let's see what it is. Pretty sure you guys already know what it is. But let me go ahead and pretty much get it packed open. So here we have my turbo kit. So this is what I ordered, and pretty much it's a GTX 3067R Generation 2. It's rated for like 550 to 650 horsepower. I decided to go with this brand because a lot of friends of mine actually run them, and they haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. And even one of you guys commented on one of the videos and said that you guys have boosted almost 40 pounds on it, and honestly without any issues. So I decided to go with them, and pretty much I really can't complain about it. So let me go ahead and finish opening it up and show you guys. So I'm still waiting on the other side of the housing. It was actually shipped out separate, but yeah, pretty much this will be the turbo. So the other part should be arriving today, the other part of the housing, so the hot side, so that should be arriving. So we'll wait for that to show up, and hopefully we can start making some more progress. But yeah, turbo is pretty much here, and let's just see what it looks like when it gets here. The rest of it gets here, we can put it on. All right, guys. So speak of the devil, UPS showed up, and we're about to pretty much just pick up to see what else we got. And looky what we got here. Pretty much, let's open it up and see what else we got. All right, guys, so pretty much we got the hot side already, we got the cold side. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it so we can get it pretty much on the car to see where we're at. And basically, honestly, I'm getting very excited with this, being able to make some moves now finally. So as you guys seen, pretty much I did end up putting in the turbo. I didn't film that part because honestly it was just 2 bolts just to put in, just to mock up the turbo right now. But we do got a V-band clamp for the exhaust side, and then pretty much I did have to reorder the fitting for here so we can get this welded. I am going to be chopping it, pretty much putting on a merge from a 2-inch, because this is a 2-inch housing, to 3-inch intercooler piping, and then pretty much running it down to the intercoolers. I also got to do merges from there this way, because I need to figure out how to snake those pieces in this way. I want to try to make a smooth transition from those 2 outlets to the frame right here basically, and honestly just try to figure out how to get it to sweep over correctly in a nice way, and then also from the intake manifold down to the intercooler. So that is the goal for this hopefully this next video or these next coming videos. But for right now, I think what I'm going to end up doing is pretty much getting this hood finished up, because I have a guy that's going to be going to Mexico to drop off some stuff, and he said that he'll take the hood to my hood maker, and pretty much we can get this hood pretty much set up and done. But yeah, so as far as the engine bay, we're pretty much set. There's some stuff that we're still waiting on, and hopefully that arrives within this next week. All right guys, so pretty much to give you guys a better look, the hood is pretty much finalized as far as the form that I really wanted to. Of course, there's still going to be some higher spots and stuff like that, as I've stated, and at the end of the day, he can end up fixing that part. What it really needs is for me to pretty much, I think what I'm going to, let me rephrase that. Let me stop that. Let me rewind. So pretty much what I'm going to end up doing is honestly just fiberglassing it here. He'll end up doing the form more, putting Bondo on it and pretty much smoothing it out to the bottom where it flows here, and that way it looks seamless. But I think what I'm going to end up doing now is pretty much, again, like I stated, I'm going to cover this hole so that way no resin, no fiberglass or any of that stuff gets into the intake manifold, and honestly nothing really happens. If you guys hear any noise in the background, they're doing some shit outside trying to destroy my video. So at the end of the day, you know, I apologize for it, but let me go ahead and show you guys what we got so we can get this pretty much started. So I did end up running to Home Depot, as I stated, with my wife, and I ended up grabbing some fiberglass cloth for the bottom layer, and then that we can put some fiberglass matting. If I wouldn't have dropped it, you guys would have seen it. So we can reinforce it. Got the hardener, pretty much got the roller that I ended up ordering on Amazon, and pretty much just the stuff that we need to mix it. So pretty much let's just get to it and see what progress we can make on this hood, and hopefully we can get this finished so we can send it off to get the mold finally made. Alright guys, so pretty much as you guys just see me doing the video right now, that little short clip, I just pretty much ended up tripping it. Sorry, let me zoom out real quick on the camera. I just ended up trimming this because at the end of the day, it was too much excess of the tape that was going on, and honestly I felt like this would probably be a better route to go with. So I did end up trimming it. I did remove quite a bit of the tape because I had it up to pretty much here and then down here. So I ended up just pretty much doing that. I think what I'm going to do now is pretty much just cut that into the shape that it needs to be. That way I can get the angles cut here, that way I can flap over here and pretty much follow the same contour of it. And then we're also going to be putting fiberglass in this part so that way it pretty much holds it into place. So let's just get to it. Alright guys, so pretty much I shaved it down, cut it down a little bit, removed whatever I'm not going to use. I left the excess out here because it's going to get wet. That way it adheres to the metal. All this stuff is pretty much scrap, but we'll probably use it to reinforce a little bit more of the sides and honestly in the middle. But for right now, this is the way it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the residue, get this stuff cleaned up, get this stuff prepped pretty much, and make sure we can start spreading it and putting it on, and then that way we'll roll it on when we do the other matte stuff. But for this, I think we'll just soak it up with pretty much the residue. So let's just get to it. Alright guys, so pretty much first coat is on. That's pretty much set and done already the way it is. I'm gonna put the fiberglass hair now on it, and hopefully we can keep making progress on this. I want to try to get this finished today. Alright guys, so pretty much as you guys see here, we already put some of the hair and we chopped it up, pretty much layered it already. I put about 2 layers on it already. It's fiberglass, it's pretty much resined. I'm gonna let it harden, and basically we'll resand it and see how he looks from there. I don't need to do a lot of work to it, as I stated, because he is going to be finishing it up, fixing it, and smoothing it out and doing the body work. This was just so that way we can maintain the structure of it, and that way we can pretty much have it set. So I'm probably going to put another layer of the hair and or the mat, and see if we can get it a little bit smoother. But pretty much all this is already hardened. It's already starting to hardening. So I think we're pretty much set. So I think what I'm going to do is just sand it down, let it cure a little bit, sand it, and then we'll just primer the hood so that way it's ready and set and done, and see how we're looking pretty much.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Guys, so pretty much I just ended up deciding to skip the process of actually primering this hood. Honestly, I felt like there was really no reason of, really after thinking about it, primering it, because it still needs to be body work and the final touches still need to be done, which I'm gonna leave up to the hood maker to be able to do, as that's basically his forte, is honestly body work and making the mold and making sure that the hood is basically set to how it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, the hood does not look bad at all. I'm really stoked the way this hood came out. For my first time, like I said, there's still gonna be some minor changes we may make. We may just make this extended a little bit upwards, so that way there it gets out of the way of any sensors such as this one right here. We want to try to prevent any interruption with it, and we're still going to be thinking whether we're going to add the center part, but we'll decide on that later on. At the end of the day, I'm really stoked with the progress that has been made on the thing. I'm happy that the turbo finally arrived. We got that in, so we can start the process of the intercooler piping and honestly try to figure out the next step of this build, because I really want to try to get this build pretty much said and done with, so we can actually make a lot more progress. In all honesty, I want to be able to enjoy. Just to recap what was done to this car, pretty much the turbo did arrive. It is a 3067 R from Pulsar Turbos. It is a Garrett replica, which I'm perfectly fine with, because this I'm not aiming for a ton of power, because as we stated before, the engine is not fully built. It is a stock K20 Z3, and honestly it's a stock all-wheel drive CRV trans. At the end of the day, we did get the radiator pretty much set and done with. Also, it's been mocked up. There's still one bracket that I need to make to fully secure it into place, which is the top one, and honestly get this filler neck chopped off and covered up. But that's pretty much the end of that as far as the cooling system. And also I want to try to get the radiator support on the next video chopped, and pretty much we can start the transitions of the intercooler piping and get them routed this way, because the way I want them to flow is from there kind of up against the frame and then curve here and basically come to the housing of the turbo, and then from the intake one I want it to go underneath and pretty much just come down over it and this way. So it's just kind of some visions that I have in my head, but hopefully we can make all that come to life soon, so that way we can get really started on the engine bay on the final touches, because the engine bay does need a bunch of work still. As I said, it is not perfect, it's not how I want it, and honestly, again, it's not going to be a full show car or any of that stuff. It is going to be a car that's driven, and at the end of the day, I'm fine with some flaws, but I want to try to minimize those flaws. But hopefully we can get some more work done in the next couple of weeks on this, so that we can make a lot more progress, because I'm still waiting on the engine harness. That should be arriving within the next couple of weeks. I don't really have a time frame on that. It is ordered through Wireworks, and hopefully we can get that situated and done with and get that also mocked up. But the next goal for the next video is actually to start. So I think with that being said, guys, I think this is where we're going to end this video at. I also wanted to let you guys know we do have a new name for the car, and the name that I came up with, and one other guy did actually. He had the same thought process, I guess, and he's known me for a couple of years. And that name that we're actually going to be going with the car is actually Miklo. Some of you guys may know where that name is from, some of you guys may not, but to you guys that don't, it's actually from an old movie, from Blood In, Blood Out. It was a Caucasian Mexican dude that looked white, and honestly, everybody just called him Miklo from that point on. But at the end of the day, I was called that when I was younger, and I figured, what other name to name this car, right? But again, guys, with that being said, I think this is where we're going to end the video. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Until next time.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life.